like to start with Paul Lynde, please.
In Alice in Wonderland, who kept crying, "I'm late, I'm late"?
Alice and her mother's sick about it.
That's a good start, I'll tell you. Don?
Let me try Rosemary, please.
Yeah, why don't you try Rosemary? That wouldn't be a bad idea.
According to Zingers, dear, is it okay for a woman to let a stranger buy her a drink?
I'll settle for that. I'll settle for anything.
Charlie Weaver, please.
An 80-year-old doctor in Wisconsin, A.J. Quick, has recently developed something important, and he named it after himself. What did A.J. Quick name? What is it?
80 years old?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the Quickie.
Burt Reynolds. For $1,000, Bert, Raquel Welch, one of your favorites, I know, recently celebrated her birthday. Within 1 year, how old is she, Raquel Welch?
Well, she's fixed everything else.
Ted, go right ahead, sir.
I'll take Paul Lynde.
According to Amy Vanderbilt, do you tip in a motel just as you would in a hotel?
For a half an hour?
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks! Mel Brooks!
Ben Burney.
No.
Right?
In the Colosseum of ancient Rome, the gladiators, before beginning to fight, would always assemble in front of the emperor and in unison say something to him. What would they say?
We have to go to the John. Didn't they say that?
Okay, Charlie Weaver.
According to the California Raisin Advisory Board, are the little wrinkled things abundant, or is there a shortage?
Well, out at the home, there's a lot of little wrinkled things. And we also have some raisins out there.
Oh, really? Bill, I understand you won the toss backstage.
Let's start with Red Fox, please.
Yes, from Sanford and Son, here on NBC, my buddy Red. Say, are most stolen cars recovered?
I had one recovered in a zebra once.
Pick a star.
McLean Stevenson, please.
For $400 and the championship. According to the book, A Fruit is Born. Did you read A Fruit is Born?
I wrote it.
Oh. What country produces more fruit than any other country in the world?
I'd say West Los Angeles. Or possibly Hollywood.
Okay, Paul Lynde, please.
Paul, this is for $1,200 in the championship. Dale Evans recently revealed the 3 secrets behind her happy marriage with Roy Rogers. And listen carefully. We work together, we pray together, and we're darn good, what?
In the saddle.
Cody Fields.
According to the book, Strange Customs of Courtship and Marriage, do snails ever caress?
I never saw a horny snail.
Charlie Weaver? Yes.
True or false? Studies in Sweden show that people who get false teeth often lose their interest in sex.
Yes, but it's a poor substitute. That's all I have to say.
Wendy?
Don Knotts.
Don, you've been having trouble getting to sleep. Or are you probably a man or a woman?
That's what's been keeping me awake at night.
It is your turn to start this round, Ray.
Paul Lynn, please.
Paul, a nationwide survey of personnel directors was recently taken. And they were asked if they would hire a girl who showed up for an interview in a see-through blouse. What did most of them say?
Bring her in.
Demand Wilson.
According to the real estate handbook, are studs often found in the average house?
No, but if you go on 42nd and Broadway, you find...
We just stand there and go.
Dennis, pick a star.
Don Rickles, please.
Hi, Don.
Hi. If you get a chance, we could use heat in the apartment.
Say, Don, you are very superstitious, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you go... So you go to a brook and you catch a frog. Then you rub it on your face. Just what is that supposed to do?
That's supposed to put you in a state hospital.
Charlie Weaver.
Hey, Big Chuck.
Yeah.
According to recent research,
Lay it on me.
okay, is the average American male today at his physical peak at age 20, 30, or 40?
Peter, I haven't had a peak since I was 40.
I want to go with Karen Valentine this
I don't blame you. Why is the booby bird called the booby bird?
Because it has big feet.
The one and only Paul Lynn.
The one and only. Mr. Only. True or false? Some airlines now give you a thorough frisking before permitting you to board the plane.
Well, that's the only reason I fly.
I'd like to start with Charlie Weaver, please.
According to recent studies in New Zealand, who's more likely to grow up having speech problems? A baby boy who has been bottle-fed or one who has been breastfed?
I would say, all I can say is this, Peter. Let's put it this way.
Okay.
Sophia Loren's 2-year-old son is the #1 disc jockey in Palermo.
I didn't know that. Isn't that interesting?
Jan Mary.
This is for $1,000 in a tie game. What is the worst punishment you can get for bigamy in California?
2 mother-in-laws.
Oh, big Jan.
I'll go to Paul.
Paul, in what famous book will you read about a talking ass who wonders why it's being beaten?
I read it, The Joy of Sex.
It's your turn. Burt Reynolds for $500. Listen, another hypothetical question, Bert. You're a 61-year-old man and you've been recuperating from a heart attack for 5 weeks. According to Dr. David Rubin, who we all know and love,
Yes.
Are you probably ready again now for romance after 5 weeks after a heart attack?
Well, you'll die happy. Yeah, I think so. I'd give it a shot.
Rosemary, you're swimming at the beach.
Good.
The shark is coming towards you. Now, according to the survival book, you should put your head under the water and do something. What?
Kiss yourself goodbye.
Frank, your turn.
Marty Allen, please.
For $250, Oscar Wilde once said of it, "It is the perfect type of a perfect pleasure. It is exquisite, yet it leaves you unsatisfied." What was he referring to?
A legitimate massage parlor.
Paul Lynn.
True or false? Nylon is stronger than steel.
But steel panties don't turn me on.
Rich Little.
Rich, Burt Reynolds said in a recent interview that people forget that for 2.5 years on Gunsmoke, he played a...
Burt Reynolds. Yeah, played around. That's a good question. No, he played around.
That's moving the block.
According to Masterson Johnson,
Again.
is the husband or wife more likely to exaggerate when asked their weekly number of intense, amorous encounters?
Well, I've heard that Masters exaggerates, but Johnson doesn't.
Well, if we located a Neanderthal man who happened to be still alive, could he be taught to speak English, a Neanderthal man?
A Neanderthal man. Now, well, we're in the ballpark. Because, you know, I was back there then, way back. I'm not talking George M. Cohen. I'm saying way back. I knew a Neanderthal man, short, with bandy legs. I taught him how to talk. I taught him 3 words. I taught him cave, woman, and rock. He married a rock.
Call in to block.
Dean Martin has been known to walk up 8 flights of stairs rather than do something he hates to do. What?
Sleep alone.
All right, Jeannie, your turn.
Benson Price to block.
In the fairy tale, what did the farmer find when he cut open the goose that laid the golden eggs?
The Internal Revenue, sir.
They got him again.
Okay, Charlie Weaver.
Big Chuck, sure.
All right.
What do you do in a hothouse?
Me? That's a little personal, if you don't mind. I pay my money and take my chances. That's what I do.
Albert, okay. Your pet sheep is running a temperature of about 102 degrees.
Yes.
Is she normal, your pet sheep?
Is she normal?
With 102 degrees.
I don't know. People think I'm not normal because I keep taking her temperature.
Rosemary.
Rosemary 4, $500, true or false? You can make a camel more cooperative by giving it tobacco and perfume.
Well, you can get an awful lot out of me that way.
John Davidson.
Why did we repeal the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, John? Why did we repeal the 19th Amendment to the Constitution?
We repealed the 19th Amendment, Peter, to replace it with the 20th. That's why the 20th was an... Wait a minute. Do we laugh at stars when they give answers?
I'm not laughing, John.
Yeah, I get the block.
You are flying an airplane.
Yes.
And you are in trouble. Traditionally, the thing to do is to get on the radio and holler what?
What the am I doing here?
Call in to win.
$500 in the tie game. The great writer George Bernard Shaw once wrote, "It's such a wonderful thing. What a crime to waste it on children." What is it?
A whipping.
I'll go with Suzanne Flechette.
At last.
Is the padded bra industry in
Why
bad...
would you give me this question?
Freddie Prinze, please. Yo! Freddie Prinze, who has a new series here on NBC called Chico and the Man.
That's right.
That's right. Can you teach a pig how to bow?
It's not my job.
Call in.
Not the secret square, but $800 in the championship, Paul. We all know, Paul, that men have female hormones in their bodies. But does a woman have male hormones in her body?
Occasionally.
Paul Lynde recently stated, if there is anything helpful for other actors to be drawn from my experience, I think it is this. Don't try to fake what?
Anything.
David Steinberg, please.
David, when Robert E. Lee was preparing to go to Appomattox to surrender, he made the now famous statement, there is nothing left for me to do but to see General Grant, and I would rather what?
Suck eggs.
That's sweet. Fern?
Ed Asner.
Eddie, according to the Institute of Motivational Research in New York City, a wife should be beware, a wife should be beware, that's what it states here, if another woman takes an interest in a certain item of her husband's clothing. What item?
Well, shorts immediately springs to my mind.
Take a stop, didn't it?
Paul Lynde, please.
If you had your choice, Paul, would you rather be kicked by a mule or by an ostrich?
They both sound pretty good to me.
Rosemary.
You're a shy, bashful girl.
Oh, no, I'm not.
All hypothetical, we know that. According to Cosmo, will you probably be helped in overcoming your shyness by choosing an extroverted, outgoing husband?
Gee, I did that once, Peter, and his wife caught us.
Damon Wilson to win,
For the
please.
championship, Damon. True or false? The older you get, the lighter your skin becomes. Oh, come on, Damon. Hey, come on. Don't do that. We need you.
Joan Rivers, please.
Alrighty, this is for $250 according to court records. When a couple that only has one car gets a divorce, who usually gets the car?
The woman usually gets the car and the man usually gets the shaft. And rightfully so.
Karen, it's your turn.
Paul Lynde to win, please.
Paul Lynde to win $600. Eddie Fisher said recently, I am sorry for them both. Who or what was he referring to?
Oh, his fans.
Charlie Weaver.
Big Chuck,
All right.
your bird.
Yes.
Your bird has a temperature of 104 degrees. Will he live?
Gee, I hope not. My dinner guest will be here in a few minutes.
I'll go with Jan Murray.
Alrighty. According to marriage counselors, there are 2 words that every man and woman must learn to use if they want their marriage to work. What words are they?
Disrobe.
That's one word.
Well, then I still have another word left over for New Year's Eve.
I'll go with Cheryl.
I don't blame you. The doctor wants to check your trapezium and your trapezoid. Will he ask you to remove your clothes?
What is the trapezium? You're behind?
No. Paul. Nudist camps often advertise that they offer the 3 R's. Now, 2 of the 3 R's are rest and relaxation. What is the 3rd R of the nudist camps?
Ready, wet.
All righty, this is for $250. According to the Wall Street Journal.
Peter's talking.
Yes. The rate of exchange on the Mexican peso hasn't changed since 1954. In terms of United States money, it's still worth about how much, the Mexican peso?
About 5 minutes. Oh, shut up, McLean.
Buddy Hackett.
No. Say you are a 20-year-old girl and you live at your folks' house. Now, according to Dear Abby, is it proper for you to entertain your boyfriends there when they are not home?
When the boyfriends ain't home.
No, when your parents aren't home.
When my parents ain't home.
Is it all right for a 20-year-old girl to entertain her boyfriend?
If she wants to make a few dollars.
Marty Allen to win, please.
Marty, this is for $500. True or false, rubbing grapefruits on your body makes you sexy.
Who's grapefruits?